Come on!
Uh-huh.
Don't worry. She does like a sign, but we're live now, so welcome Jess stage to the
Hello,
Botlane
hello,
Show.
hello.
Would you please
Interesting
introduce
start.
yourself?
Um, yeah, I'm Jess Danger. I don't know, I do a lot of things. If you've gone to a Melee tournament, I've probably been there, and I've probably helped either run it or commentate it, or I've played in it, or I've had opinions about it online. You know, I'm around. Uh,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
perfect.
I do all sorts.
How did you get started with Melee?
I played Ultimate back in like after Ultimate came out. I was really in Ultimate. I played with my friends. Um, and then I had known that a competitive Smash community like existed. I wasn't super into it, but I went to Low Tier City 7 in Texas. That was like the first tournament I went to for anything Smash, like for Ultimate. And after that, I went to a couple locals. You know, I got owned as everybody does. Um, but then when COVID started, Ultimate Net Play was like just awful and terrible. So I didn't even try to. I just like quit the game pretty much, and I got really into Valorant. And one of the people I played a lot of Valorant with, his tag is Kobali. He was a Melee player, and he convinced me to play PM with him on like 10 delay netcode because he lived in New Jersey and I was in Texas, and PM still doesn't have rollback. So we were playing very poor quality PM, and then eventually he got me to get into Melee, and then like the month after I started playing Melee, Slippy came out, and so it was like, okay, well now I'll just do this. And yeah, that's been my life since, pretty much.
Yeah. So how many years like have you been kind of around or within like whether it was Ultimate or Melee?
um I mean, if you count Ultimate, then like 6, I'd say. Or
Okay.
I guess 7 now. Yeah, 7. 2019, I'd put it.
Got it. And so were you just Danger this whole time or like what's the story behind the handle?
So the my handle Danger specifically. Before I was just Danger, I was just Danger. It was dang3r, and that was it. Um, that's been my handle, or that variation of it has been my handle since I was like 9 years old when I made my first online account. Um, and it was because my middle name is Danger, like my legal middle name that like my parents gave
Wait,
me.
that's sick.
Yeah. So like the first thing I made my own account for was a Minecraft account, and my username was Dangercraft with the 3 instead of the E, because for some reason my dad was convinced that you needed a number in your username. I don't know
Not
why
just
he
the
thought that.
password.
Yeah, and so he made me put the number in, and he taught me what lead speak was. And so I was Dangercraft, and that's still my Minecraft username. But yeah, when I started like entering tournaments and stuff, that was the handle I used, and I've always, I don't know. I like that it's like one word, it's very clean, and it's cool that it's my middle name. I think it'd be really lame if it wasn't my middle name.
Yeah, I can see that a little bit.
Yeah, because it's like kind of like an edgy, like lame word, but you know, it's my middle name, so it's like I get to own that.
Yeah, 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 for sure. Do you have an in-game tag?
Oh, like the melee, like 4 characters in game.
Uh-huh. Mhm.
Yeah, so whenever I'm just playing friendlies, I just click random a bunch of times until I get one I like. Because there's like the random generation. But whenever I'm playing in bracket, I always use the tag Ashy, ASHY, and that is to commemorate my friend Ashy, who passed away last September. And she always we played the same color fox, and so I like repping her tag, and that's just the one I use always in tournament.
That's
Is always use that one.
beautiful. How did y'all like meet?
Just like on Twitter, and you know she was in Seattle and I was in Portland, so we'd see each other at like regionals and stuff a bunch, and we had very similar tastes in music, so we always talked about that. It was like how we kind of connected.
Aw, I love that. Wait, you said you both played this Fox, was it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
like
No, I forgot. Oh my god.
it's all right. It's all right. I
It's
will
terrible
guess
of me.
Fox. It's all right. Did you before you played Fox, did you play many characters and try different ones out?
Yeah, yeah. I went through a couple. Do you want me to tell you or
Oh yeah, sure, sure. I can't guess now that you know what yours
um
is, but
yeah, I think the when I played Ultimate, I played Cloud and Pikachu.
oh my
And
gosh,
then
yes, and Pokemon Love.
when I when I started playing when I started playing PM, my first like character I liked was Sheik, and that was my guy. I like Sheik. But the first melee character I would call like a main was Marth. I played Marth. I have like I made like a really shitty old combo video from like my first like 2 months playing melee with Marth. I tried to find it like a couple weeks ago and I could not find it anywhere. I must have deleted it. But yeah, I played Marth and then I don't even remember at what point I switched to Fox, like what the inflection point was. But yeah, and it was definitely sometime in like late 2020, like December, November time around there, I'd say. But yeah, I don't know. I've always been somebody that likes like all the characters in the game. Like I think there's a lot to appreciate about all the characters. So I've always like I like playing all of them for fun or like whatever.
Well,
But
I have to
Fox is
ask two
definitely who I'm trying to win
questions.
with. Yeah.
What do you like about Pichu? Because that's my personal favorite.
Pikachu.
Oh, but like you said you have like something that you like about all different characters in Melee. Is that
Oh,
true?
sure. Yes. I see what you okay.
So what's your favorite thing about Pichu?
Um, favorite thing about Pichu. I think it's really funny. He has a chain grab on Captain Falcon on FD. And so like the best almost Pichu result was Codeman went game 5, like I think last stock with JoJo at a Shine, which would have been insanity because JoJo's really fucking good, and it would have been Pichu Captain Falcon. But yeah, Pichu could just like true chain grab Captain Falcon on FD forever. So
Incredible.
that's
We
probably
love
my
a
favorite.
win.
My favorite, yeah.
And then also you mentioned you made a combo video that you can't find anymore. Do you remember what song you used to back your combo video?
Oh man, no. Ah, wow. It might be in my like Spotify like song. No, I cleared it out. I don't know.
'Cause that's gotta be like one of my favorite parts of the combo videos that are like always the funniest songs for me.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
people
I
think like,
don't
oh, it's like this
know.
goes so hard, and I'm like, I'm watching like dudes bounce around the little screen. Like,
Yeah, it was like some lo-fi nonsense.
okay,
I
okay.
cannot remember at all. I might be able to find it if I like scroll back through some old Discord logs or something.
No worries, no worries. All good, all good. We'll let that one slide. But yeah, tell me how you came to Chicago, because you said you were in Portland with your friend, Ashley. How did you end up in Chicago?
Yeah, I've come to Chicago like before I lived here. I moved back in June 6th last year. That was my move date. Um, yeah, I had been to Chicago a bunch for like combo breakers and like other events. I like would like to come to Chicago and then like carpool with Kevin. And I always knew that like whenever I move out, because when I was in Portland, I was still living with my mom. I knew that whenever I move out, like Chicago is the place I wanted to end up at. And after last year, I was here in like April, and I went to Out of the Blue, and I went to some other events. And at the end of that, Kevin was like, "Hey, some of the people are moving out of the place I'm at right now, and we need to fill it up. You should move." And I was like, "When do I need to move?" And he was like, "Oh, like in June." And I'm like, "Okay, so I have a month to decide. That feels like I shouldn't do that."
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Kevin's like one of my favorite people in the whole world, and like is somebody I would die for sure. I think living with him is definitely like, I was going over it with my mom, and I was like, if there was ever a time for me to abruptly decide to make a decision like this is probably the best I'm ever gonna get. You know, the rent was like a really good price, and I'd be living with Kevin, who's like already one of my best friends. It was just kind of, it was as easy as it was going to be, and so like if I'm not saying yes, then when am I gonna say yes? You know?
Yeah. Totally.
So, yeah, I just kind of ripped it. And I moved, and it's one of the best decisions I've ever made for myself in my life, I think. One of. I don't think it's the, but...
Wait, that's beautiful. I'm so happy. You know, you and Kevin both were giving ice climbers because you both emphasize like other people in your interviews and like how important other people are. And I think that maybe it's just like y'all are pals, and now you can be ice.
For sure. Well, no, it's funny. We literally, my mom, she got us these like full like blanket hoodies, pretty much is what they are, and they look like the like parkas that ices wear. Like they're like pink and blue, and they have the like white tuft coming out of the inside of them. And so
Halloween,
saying, yeah, for Halloween we should go as ice climbers and like get like foam hammers or something.
That's perfect. You're already set now. Like this has to happen.
Yeah.
I need to see photos. That's amazing. So you've had some chance. It sounds like you played like in a bunch of different scenes. If you had to pick a different local scene to play in, and you couldn't choose Chicago, like which one would you choose?
That's a hard question. You know, there's so many scenes I really like. Okay. One of my favorite scenes in the whole country is Wisconsin PM. I love the Wisconsin PM scene so much. Everybody there is so awesome. It's so funny. It's so delightful. I'm in Wisconsin a lot for random things, and every time I get to go to their events, it's always such a ball. It's so hard to pick one. A couple years ago, I went to Europe for a tournament, and then I was just like in Stockholm and Copenhagen for like some time before and after the event. And the Stockholm melee scene was so lovely. Like everybody in Sweden is just such a delight. I stayed with a bunch of different people I was there, and it was so sweet. I mean, what else? I really love the Portland scene still. You know, I have a lot of love in my hearts for a lot of the people there. And every time I get to go back for like holidays or whatever, it's very fun being able to see everybody. Pittsburgh's great. Pittsburgh's awesome. The Pittsburgh scene is just so funny and so cool. Everybody I know from there is awesome. I think if I had to pick one, it's probably Wisconsin PM. Let me play in the suit circuit, cowards. That'll get back to them somehow. I think it'll be Wisconsin PM would be my pick.
And is that like more so for the people than anything? Like, how is it?
Yeah, it's always the people. It's always the people. You know, I think like the only reason anybody does any of this melee nonsense is the people. And like the game is obviously very fun and cool and good, right? But the beauty of it is the way it works as a tool for connection with others beyond anything else, I think. And so like, yeah, like my answer about like which team I'm going to play in, it's always going to be about the people there. And yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Which out of those, Wisconsin, Stockholm, Portland, Pittsburgh, which one do you think has like the best like TOs, or I don't know if you could pick favorites.
Best
like
TOs?
Like, yeah, if you want to shout out some amazing TOs.
I mean, I gotta give it to Wisconsin PM. Like nobody knows over there. Jake Johnson, like one of my best friends in the whole world, like without a doubt. I mean, I'm running an event with him at the end of this month. Everybody watch.
Yeah, speak on that.
Yeah, lovely guy. Also, Mark over there, Mock, holding it down. That guy's a champion too, a wizard of like brawl modding, and top 50 player in his own right. Another Wisconsin PMTO. Out in Portland, there's Adam, obviously, of Adam Smash Series fame. You know, having 50 to 60 gamers in this basement every week is crazy. I don't know how he does it without losing his mind. Out in Stockholm, there's a couple of people down there. Flippy over there, he's, at least when I was there, he was running the locals. He made this like awesome documentary about the local scene there that everybody should check out. I need to see if I can find it. Yeah, Flippy's great. Teraz is another Swedish TO. He housed me while I was in Stockholm. He runs Festa, which is like a really big event for the Swedish scene. It's basically like Smash Camp, but it's like a week long on an island. It's really sick. Yeah, he housed me and I was over there, and we talked about a bunch of stuff. Out in Pittsburgh, I mean, there's Johnny Gamble, obviously. Everybody knows Johnny Gamble. That guy's great. And I know that, like, Mull, their main local, has a bunch of different TOs, including, like, Jada's ran it before. I think PJ Carroll's ran it before, you know. That's, like, one of the longest running locals ever, so the consistency there is really absurd. But, yeah, I mean, I think every local scene has its TOs, and they're all, like, they're always champions in their own rights, and you got to give it up for them.
Yeah, that's awesome. There's a lot of wonderful people dedicating their time and energy to such a worthy cause.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you also TO, and I know you have Smash Camp coming up. For those of you who don't know in the audience, could you describe, like, just give me like the elevator pitch for Smash Camp and talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So the coming up Smash Camp Heartlands. Smash Camp is a event that has been around since 2017, I think was the first one. It was out in Arizona, and Mikey the Cheat ran that with, I think alongside Nick Ingling and some other Arizona D-gens. But, yeah, Smash Camp, it's a Smash tournament at a summer camp, pretty much, is the elevator pitch. It's pretty, you know, we're at a camp in Wisconsin this year, in Watoma. It's very, very nice, very pretty. There's like a lake there. We're going to have lakefront swimming on one of the days. We're going to have live music. We have like DJs coming, and they're going to do sets, and that's going to be really great. You know, we're doing beach volleyball. That'll be fun. It's basically, it's like, it's an excuse to get the gamers to come out into the woods, into the outside world, you know, experience nature. Because I think it's all too easy to get wrapped up playing these games inside all day, you know, be it on your computers or at convention centers, you know. And I think I like Smash Camp because it's an excuse to get everybody outside and into nature.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Like, what goes into planning something like Smash Camp? Like, when do you start? Like, how long does it take? What are the considerations that go into it? I'm sure there's tons.
Yeah, I mean, I started emailing places at looking for like interest like back in July. And so like the starting of it is like, okay, well, we want to do a Smash Camp in Wisconsin. Obviously we need to talk to Mikey and the level 1 guys who like own the Smash Camp IP, quote unquote, and get their blessing, right, to run things. And then after that, we went and started asking, like, I was going to email a bunch of different campsites in Wisconsin and Illinois to look for interest, but the second place I emailed was the Camp Lakota, where we ended up going with. They were super down, super, like, they loved the idea. Yeah, and so from that point, once we had the go-ahead from them that they were, like, very interested and down, then it was like, well, we need to start putting together staff. We need to start putting together, like, concepting how we're going to get setups there and, like, what we want the brackets to look like. Like, I think the thing with TOing, it's a lot of knowing what questions to ask. And because I feel like a lot of people think it's about answering questions, but it's really about asking them. Because if you ask them right, and you surround yourself with a staff that's capable of answering them right, then it's really easy, you know? Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think a lot of the pre-planning for camp was really just figuring out what are the kinds of questions we need to be asking, you know? What kind of format do we want to run? Like, how much do we care about stream? Like, also questions like what's the like brand identity for the event? How do we want it to look like? How do we want it to feel? You know, and then like also we brought in our designer Monique, who did the logo designs for the previous Smash camps, and we got her to throw together a logo. The logo we ended up with, she put together in like so quickly. It was insane, and it's so perfect. I really, yeah, it's awesome.
That's amazing. Like, so you mentioned that you like knowing which questions to ask is something that you like built over time. But like, how did you learn that? Like, how did you get into TOing in the first place, and like, how did you build that kind of skill?
Yeah, my first Melee tournament, my first Melee major rather, was Riptide 2021, and I had like helped my friend Kobali. He ran this netplay tournament series called Whoop Weekly during COVID. I'm sure some of the people that play in bot lane have entered it before. I know Trail has. Yeah, and it was like a Whooper themed netplay weekly, and I helped him run that a bit. But you know, running tournaments online is like a completely different kind of ball game. And so I went to Riptide and I volunteered to pool captain because I wanted a shirt, and I'd done it online, so I was like, oh sure, I can spend my time doing this, and it was really really rewarding for me. So I just kind of kept going to stuff and kept asking to help. Like I went to as many tournaments as I could, and every time I was there, I asked to be involved somehow. I asked to help. I would try to help run things, or like if somebody just needed like a pair of hands, I would try to be there. You know, I just like put myself in positions to be around other organizers and soak up all the information I can and ask all the questions I can, because people are very willing and helpful if you are not annoying about it. You know? So yeah, I just like try to be personable and try to be around other people that do it constantly and be very helpful. And then I think my first anything similar or close to like a staffing position was at Combo Breaker 2022. Margot Curly W, she's one of the like core staff for that event, and she put me on to be a stream runner, which was like, it was like a volunteer plus position essentially. It's like the person selecting matches and like taking players to the streams and stuff. But through that, I got to work a lot more closely with some broadcast people and also with some of the tournament staff. And I got to meet like Connor and Jade there, and like just building up connections like that, and you know, asking questions, and again just like being around and be present, and then also like doing the best job I could whenever I was given opportunities to do things like stream run at that Combo Breaker, right? I think that's kind of been how I've approached it.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I guess like one question that I had was like, what is your role in the history of mid lane melee, and like how did you become involved in TOing with that?
I mean, my role in mid lane, I think like mid lane has always, in my mind, mid lane has always kind of been Kevin and Nicolette's thing, and I'm there as support, you know, because like truthfully, you don't need 3 people to run that tournament. Like, it's been done with 1 forever and then with 2 forever. I think I've always, I don't know, I definitely, I'm more of an ideas person in that sense. Like, we changed the layout a couple iterations ago, and that was like a lot driven by me complaining and figuring that out. But yeah, I think I've always kind of been like if Kevin's sick or like if Nicolette can't make it for whatever reason, like I would fill in, but I would never, I don't know, I feel weird taking ownership of it. Like, I help out, but it's not my thing really.
Yeah, I guess yeah, sorry, go for it.
No, you could go.
Okay, I was just gonna ask you, like, what kind of different hats have you worn at Melee, and like how, or like within mid lane, yeah, what are the different hats that you've worn?
Within mid lane, you know, I've done all of the things. I've been the person running the replays. I've done the teardown, done the setup. I've streamed it like two times, 3 times, something like that. Yeah, I've done all the roles. I've just kind of been flexing into positions whenever they're urgently needed because somebody else can't be there. But yeah, I mean, I've played a couple times. I've got my top 8 or 2 in there.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, it sounds like throughout this whole experience, you've just been like just helping wherever is needed and trying to make yourself useful and learn a lot.
Yeah, I think that's kind of been my like I when it comes to tournaments, I've kind of done every role that somebody could do for an event. You know, I've been broadcast staff in like all the different roles that a broadcast person could be. I've been tournament staff in like all the different roles a tournament staff could be. I've I've done the pool captaining, I've done the setup, I've done the teardown. I'm like even at Combo Breaker next week, I'm gonna be vending, and that'll be my first time vending ever. But that's like the one thing I haven't done before.
Oh, cool. What are you vending?
Yeah, nobody knows the Wisconsin TO. He runs he's part of a company called Limit Labs, and they make like box style controllers, mainly this one called the Glyph. And so I'm going to be helping Jake run the Glyph booth at Combo Breaker.
Oh, very cool. Could you, for people who are familiar, what is that like? What does a box style controller look like? Or like, I've seen the box, but like, what else?
Yeah. So it's basically like instead of it being a controller with like 2 sticks and buttons and stuff, it's just all buttons, and then some of the buttons correlate to stick inputs.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of drama about how legal this is or isn't, or like if there should be nerfs or whatever that I'm not going to get into. But the specific controller that Jake's company makes, the Glyph, the idea of it is that it has a ton of extra buttons, and you can remove the ones that you aren't using. So you could have like very customizable layouts, very specific to what you want. And it's very plug and play to like take buttons out and put buttons in. So, yeah.
Oh, interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen a box controller IRL, but maybe I should go to Combo Breaker.
Yeah, maybe you should come check it out.
Aside from Combo Breaker, where can we find you next?
Yeah, it'll be Combo Breaker, and then Smash Camp, obviously week after that. Am I doing anything in June? Like probably. I don't know. I'm gonna be at a Midwest Regional or something.
It sounds like you could use a break though.
Yeah, you're telling me. I'll be at the Jane Remover show on June 12th in Chicago, if anybody's going to that.
Awesome. Well, I guess like since you're gonna be TOing at Smash Camp, like what do you wish more people knew about TOing?
This is gonna be brave of me to say. It's not that hard. I think my like mantra with TOing is that it's only as hard as you make it. And I see a lot of organizers making it very hard for themselves because they like either they don't prep enough beforehand, or they like are not they don't know what kinds of questions they should be asking of themselves and their staff, and like, or they put too much on themselves, and so then they're very stressed out and burned out when it's like you should have been delegating this,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like, again, it's only as hard as you make it. It's really easy to run things in a way that makes it very difficult and very stressful and very tiring, especially on the day of the tournament. But if you like put the correct kinds of effort in the planning ahead of time, then when you're actually there on the day, it'll be very easy. This is like kind of something I felt with Out of the Blue a lot, and a lot of what we succeeded as is like it felt very easy. And there was a lot of problems that came up, but everybody that we had on staff everybody was very well prepared. And if a problem did come up, they knew how to fix it, or they knew who to go to fix it, and it just kind of got handled. And so like, despite that being an event where that was some of the most I've taken on as my role in my job, right? That was like one of the easiest events I feel like I've had. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Nicolette's in chat mentioning that it took 3 years of prep for Out of the Blue to be that easy. So it's kind of like a cumulative learning experience, right?
And that's always what it's going to be. So yeah, I think it's only as hard as you make it. And on top of that, don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask people to help you, or to just delegate more in general. Like, people, there's so many people that want to help with these events. I feel like every time I do anything, I get a bunch of people in my DMs like, hey, how can I help? I want to be involved, And it's like, actually use those communal resources that are offered to you. don't wear the whole brunt of it on your shoulders, you know, because it's not. It doesn't have to just be on you. This thing doesn't work if it's just on you.
Right, because it's a single point of failure at that point, right?
Yeah.
Too much is on your shoulders. That makes sense. Is there a TO that you like aspire to be more like? Or, you know, because I feel like people are like, oh, I like this player, like I'd like to emulate their play style, but I'm curious if, like, from a TO perspective, if you have any kind of heroes.
I mean, I think the thing is like a lot of this is kind of my philosophy with it is I want to take the best parts from everybody I can and like implement those into how I do things. And this is kind of how I approach improving at Melee too. Like I like watching all of the Fox players, and I want to take all of the good things that all of them do and then try to like coagulate it into one distinct vision. Yeah, I mean my personal TO Mount Rushmore, like I mean there's Contra, Connor Kelly obviously, and Jade, both of them. I've taken so much from Jade as far as like organization is concerned, especially of like discords and like spreadsheets and also like equipment on site, like the kinds of things you should have at your TO desk, like in your TO go kit. And like Connor's just like a wizard of brackets and so insanely smart about all that stuff. They're like my go-to person whenever I'm like confused about something like that. Yeah, they're very smart about all that. I mean, G-Town Tom is like one of the goat of goats. That guy was doing it forever out in New England, doing all sorts of tournaments like monthlies, locals, majors, and anything you can name it. And he's always he's a bastion of consistency. I think. Yeah, definitely an inspiration there. Stock Money is another one I'd say. He's another guy that's been doing it forever, and I think what I've always like taken from Stock is just like he's very personable and he's very knowledgeable about his scenes and the people in them, and I think that's really important for TOs, especially if you're doing locals or regionals and stuff. Like knowing your people really well is really important, I think. To like make you the best product possible, because those are the people you're doing it for, you know, and like losing sight of that is the easiest way to see your event fail.
Totally. Nicolette's in the chat saying G-Town Tom is an inspiration in offboarding too.
Yeah, he is the person who did it best as far as leaving is concerned. I think ran his one awesome tournament to say goodbye, and then has been gone since. I wish I was that good at saying goodbye to anything.
You like to hang on to things?
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of pivoting here a little bit, but like, what would your dream tournament to run be? I'm so curious because it seems like you have so much experience across so many different big tournaments. Is there anyone that you'd love to run yourself?
I mean, it's just out of the blue. I have a lot of aspirations as to what I see out of the blue being in the scene and like what it can accomplish as an event. I think the team we have behind it, and also just it being in Chicago, and yeah, I think all the factors surrounding it, I think we are teed up to be very successful and large and bigger in the future with the event. Yeah, I don't know. I really think Out of the Blue can like this is like kind of a long-term thing, but I could see it growing into something really big, and I think it'll just, I don't know. I want to run something so good that everybody else that sees it happen is like, why is everything else not as good as that? You know,
just set the bar
that's really
high.
what I want to do. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to set the bar impossibly high.
That's awesome. I'm curious, like, you know, what will it take between who you are now as a TO and like where you want to be? Like, what is that differential like for you?
I mean, it's just experience. It's doing it. It's getting reps in. It's you know, again, it's just asking questions. It's always just asking questions at the end of the day. And it's like, it's learning as much as I can from the people around me, because I think the real skill that I have is knowing who to talk to and like having good connections with people and using those as effectively as I can, because like I don't know, I'm just one person, you know, and I can't do everything, and I know I can't do everything, so having people around me that can do as much as is needed to be done, and then learning from what they do because they're so good at it, like that's really what it is for me. I think that's really my goal, is to learn from my peers as much as I can, and I don't know, just try to be better every day.
Yeah, totally. It's so interesting to hear you speak about TOing, because I think you've gone into more depth than anyone else that I've talked to so far. No shade to Kevin, but but like I understand it in more of like a program management sense, because that's where I'm coming from in my background.
Yeah, that's definitely what it is.
And it's like in that world, like I try to think about all these different processes that we have to do every single time, whether that's like preparing for a tournament or something like that, or like scheduling, like getting these events scheduled. So much of that for me professionally is documentation, and like, you know, how do we make this easier next time, because we're gonna do it again.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm so curious, like, what does that behind the curtain scene look like? Like, do you guys have tons of Google Docs where you're templating these things, or Google Sheets and things like that? Like, you know, what does that look like from actually perspective?
We have some of that stuff. I think we are not as good at it as I want to be. I think this is the thing that all the events I have like had a more like organizational hand in have done. Like, I think that's where our biggest room for improvement is. Like, I think we need to be doing more postmortems. We need to be writing more stuff down. We need to be better organized. You know, I think that's like, because that definitely is like where the breaks in the flow of the work functioning happens, right?
Yeah.
When like somebody can't find a file, or there's like the information they need is in a place they can't access, you know? And so like every event that I'm involved with, I do the best I can to try to improve that organizational backbone. I'm involved in a pretty large thing on the East Coast that I can't really leak yet. And that's been a lot of my job with that so far, has been like building that organizational backbone best I can. And it's been very nice for that. But yeah, I mean, we have sheets and stuff. We have templates for some things, especially for like bracket stuff with the waterfall nonsense that we do with Out of the Blue. Coin has this like awesome worksheet template she made for all the progressions and stuff that are really great, that we used this last year for Out of the Blue. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it's so cool to hear like you guys are doing postmortems, or you want to do postmortems and things like that, because that just like directly comes out of things like program management, and well, I'm familiar with like program management and software development concepts,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's cool to see that folks are like, you
Oh!
know, want to run these things.
I need to talk about another inspiration I've just reminded myself.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Max
Go for it.
Sylvie out of Washington. He was on like this like backpacking trip across South America for the last couple months. But that guy is fantastic at that stuff. With when I was a part of Don't Park on the Grass in 2024, that was like a eye-opening thing for me, was how good he was about doing those postmortems and like setting up that organizational backbone for the rest of his staff to work with. That was really, yeah, that guy's definitely an inspiration to me as a TO. I think he's incredible at that kind of work, and also just like just very, very easy to talk to, and like a person that you feel like you can trust with your problems, which I think is really important to be as a head of staff for an event.
Sure. I think like one thing that we mention a lot in my work is that, especially as a program manager, you don't have like authority over anyone, because you're not usually their direct manager or anything like that. So having that like influencing without authority is a really impressive and like important skill to improve on, especially as you like work up the ranks where people are more senior and more experienced and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really cool to hear just the program management side of this stuff. I can nerd out on this all day, but
yeah, I mean, that's like, I think that's kind of the field I'm trying to pivot into like career work in, because I feel like it does match and line up with a lot of like what the TOing skill set is like.
Yeah, for sure. If you ever want like any sort of resume review or things like that, just let me know. I'm happy to.
Oh
Have
yeah,
you
for
there.
sure. I will definitely take your line at some point.
I see Nicolette's in chat and saying managing up is really important in TOing as well. I'm curious to what she means by that. But do you have any insight into that?
Nothing I feel like I could talk about.
That's so fair. We'll save it for the after show.
Yeah.
For the Patreon exclusive.
Yeah, for sure. You get all the deep dish.
Yeah. For subs only. Yeah. Awesome. Well, those are all the questions that I have today. But is there anything you want to plug or anything before I let you go? Or any sort of questions from chat as well? I'm happy to entertain those while you
to plug.
Aside from Smash Camp, of course.
Yeah, I mean Smash Camp obviously is gonna be on the I think on the level 1 Twitch. Level 1_TV. That'll be streamed 2 weeks from now, May 30th. Definitely check that out. May 30th and 31st actually. Oh yeah, I started a Substack recently to write about TOing and just other thoughts and stuff I have around events. I've only have one post up there. I was writing another one, but I didn't like the way it came out. But yeah, it's what even is the link for that? I think it's just jessdanger.substack.com. Check that out. I wanna get some more posts up there soon. Whenever I'm like through the weeds with moving right now, I have a lot that I want to write about in my brain. I want to try to build that into like more of a resource that that any like up and coming TOs could look to.
Yeah, that's awesome. I would love to see that. I'm gonna drop it in chat for everyone. Check out jessdanger@substack.com. Very sick. All right, we have a couple audience questions. DevDog
for sure.
XX. What's for breakfast tomorrow, Jess?
What's for breakfast tomorrow? We got the Special K fruit and yogurt cereal. It was on sale at the store, so probably a bowl of that. If I had to guess, that's been my breakfast lately.
Hell yeah, breakfast of champions. And Nicolette asks, has coming into the scene very young given you any unique perspectives or challenges?
Yeah, I think so. I've definitely, cause like I started going to Melee tournaments when I was like 15, 16. And yeah, I think it like, for one, people are very bad at guessing your age. I'll say, my entire life, people have told me they thought I'm 27 or like 26. I've gotten as high as 30 before, when I was like, I think I was literally 17 at the time. Yeah, I think there's definitely like, I feel like there is a bit of a barrier with some people who they kind of see me as like, they still see me as a kid, right? And so even now when I'm like trying to do stuff and I'm like definitely an adult and I'm like making big girl decisions and running big girl tournaments, people like kind of look down on me a bit. That's something I felt. I'm not gonna name names right here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's definitely also like, I think there is a lot of I don't know. There's a lot of things I've experienced being a young kid in the scene that I feel like I haven't really given myself the mental space to process. You know, it's weird. I don't think I would recommend getting into Melee as a teenager, but it's where I found my life. And so like I wouldn't change a thing for the world for myself, but like if it was my kid, I would definitely be very present and make sure to, I don't know, raise them right. I think there's a lot of ways it could have gone wrong, and it didn't, thankfully. But yeah, I don't know.
It's weird. I'll have to think about it and get back to you at some point, Nicolette, because there's definitely thoughts I do have, but they're not like I don't have them formed enough to really speak on here.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Our other question is from Gray Code. Have we come to a consensus? Connor Zyko is if Connor Zyko is the chopped huz.
Great code. Awesome question. Thank you very much. Yeah, Connor Zyko, is he the chopped huz? It's no comment really for the time being. Connor's out at I think Disney World with his wonderful girlfriend. I don't want to tarnish his weekend by saying something uncouth. So, yeah, for the time being, I'll have to pass on that question.
No comment. All right. Nicolette, randomly out of pockets. Would you have kids?
Would I have kids? Man, it's like I think I would be assuming this is like years in the future when I'm more set up in life and I'm like actually enabled to do a good job with it. I think I would be a good parent, but I don't think this is to woke all over the place. I think this is not a world I would want to have kids in at current. Everything's really fucked up right now, and it's like I don't know if I want to bring a kid into that, but like I don't know, maybe in like 5-6 years, not even now, like more like 10 years probably. I could adopt or something, and like I could see it working out. I don't think it's like something that is like a goal of mine. It doesn't like drive me in any way, but it's not something I would be against either. And I think I would have a lot of fun and do a good job with it if I was given the opportunity to.
That's awesome. Yeah, very thoughtful, which I would hope so. Kids are a big decision.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I think that's it for the questions that have come in chat. But thanks everyone for tuning in to this interview. And okay, wait, no, we have one more. Nicolette, if you could magically change something about the tournaments, what would it be?
About the like all tournaments?
About tournaments in general, what would it be?
About tournaments in general, if I could magically change one thing.
Would you want to run all of them?
There's no, I definitely wouldn't. I'm barely running like a tenth of them, and I'm losing my mind right now. So, God, this is such a hard. There's so many things, it's hard to pick one. If I could change one thing. If I could change one thing about tournaments magically, snap my fingers, I think 50% or more of every commentary roster would be women or non-binary individuals. I think that'd be my that's my snap my fingers. I think the scene is really bad with representation, especially with how many women are at these events. Actually, like it does not line up with the quantity of women on commentary at all, and I wish it did. So that'd be my snap my fingers change.
Yeah, Nicolette's joking though. We don't need magic for that. We have a 5-year plan.
Yeah, no, you're right. You are right. Yeah, this is something that, hey, I commentated top 8 out of the blue for a reason, right? We're changing the narrative one tournament at a time. Just took a woman running it. Don't think about that too hard.
We have another question from Grey Code. I remember reading a while ago that you thought tournament VODs were kind of a burden on TOs with no real upside. Do you still think that?
I think the traditional way of managing tournament VODs does lead to it being a burden with little upside. I think the way most tournaments handle their YouTube channels and handle their VODs especially is very outdated and not at all suited towards how YouTube as a platform actually works and like the kinds of uploading it incentivizes. So I think the traditional format of just like you stream the tournament and then you cut the VOD into every set and then you upload all the sets in one go and then that's that. Is like if that is all you were doing, unless your tournaments VODs are like Hungry Box and Zane and like Wizrobe and Zane or like Wizrobe and Josh Man, like unless it's like really, really high caliber players that bring viewership, it really is just a burden, and you should just upload the replays after the fact later somewhere else and not worry about it. But if you want to actually try to change the way you manage VODs so that they actually can be an upside for you, if you want to like actually play the YouTube game as it were, then I think it definitely can. I think it's a big source of revenue that organizers are leaving on the table right now with how it's currently ran. But I'm not trying to get into all the details and specifics of it here. I got places to be, you got places to be.
Nicola asks, what if VODs were good? What would that look like?
What if VODs were good? I think just like a very easy example, if you go to the Evo YouTube channel, I think they are closer to doing it in a way that is actually effective for, viewership and actually getting money out of it so that it's not just man hours that go into the void. Yeah. So yeah, check out the Evo Events channel. I think they're doing a good job.
Nice. Awesome. I think maybe now we don't have any more chat questions. But yeah, so thank you so much, Jess, for coming on the pod. This has been really fun to talk to you and like learn so much more about what you actually do. And it sounds like the thousands of things that you actually do.
Yeah, I'm up to a lot. It's too much, honestly.
Well, let me let you go so you can get some rest.
Yeah, for sure. This has been lovely.
You can add,
thank you very much.
Yeah, podcast interviewee to your list of things that you do as well. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. We'll have comms on shortly. And this has been your Botlane Show episode 6 with Jess Danger.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Peace.
What'd you say?
Let's keep it PG too.
Let's keep PG, There's kids in here.
There are.
So we got Fox versus Marth here.
Calzon is like third or fourth character of the day.
Yeah, Cal could play pretty much anyone in the cast. He used to be a Falco Marth main though back in the day.
That's a weird two to play.
I know, right? How do you beat that guy, to be honest with you?
Swiss Army knife of players.
Alright. How'd your bracket run go?
I ran into a Samus. That's the end of that.
Yeah, I think the Samus got a little salty at Cal's Falco in winners, so probably DQ'd after.
No, he beat me.
Yeah, I mean, probably DQ'd. Yeah, he DQ'd after beating you, because then he had to play Cal.
Really?
Yeah. So,
oh my god.
You theoretically could have just kept playing.
That is crazy.
Maybe we should stop the bracket and just have you just.
Yeah, we should pause everything. That's awesome.
So do you enter Chicago tournaments? What's your story?
No, I don't.
No.
I'm planning on it though, but I was in Iowa for a long time and I just never went to tournaments because I didn't know anybody and I didn't want to show up solo.
Yeah, you can't be that person.
I don't want to be the weirdo in the corner.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, want to play at this setup? Random stranger.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Iowa. It's a fine state. Been Des Moines.
Okay.
Des Moines, as some say, a couple times.
Some would call it Illinois. Des Moines. Yeah, it's a 6 state. cool people for Melee too.
Yeah, that's cool. Trying to
There's
think. Shabo, is that an Iowa player? It's been a while since.
that sounds familiar. I feel like I've heard it before, and I do not know a lot of Melee people, so there's a good chance that that's an Iowa person. We have Greg Code, the Iowa ambassador, in the chat, though. He can confirm it.
Gotcha.
So, how did your set go, or how did your turns go?
Well, I got whipped by just some O2er. Tag was Notch, but you know, yeah, lucky. And then I lost this Kalinex kid. I say
I
kid.
heard that Notch guy's really cool, though. His Falco's pretty slick.
Yeah, I mean, alright. I don't know, sure. But, then I lost to Kalinex. He's a 50-year-old gamer, so he's got a lot of experience, so. Yeah.
Lost to an O2er and a 50-year-old.
Yeah, story of my life.
It is a tough one.
No, this should be a good one. So last week, I think, Nobi beats Kalinex's Falcon. So Kalinex is whipping out the Falco today, and it's looking like a different matchup.
It is looking like a different matchup.
I feel like Falcon Fox is very, very difficult unless you really are super good at like tech chasing, pretty much, like wobbling.
Yeah, I don't know. Cal was pretty good at that. I played him last week and got reverse 3-0'd.
Did you? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and then I played Nabi this week and got reverse 3-0'd by him.
Yeah, both really good players. We'll see how this goes. I know Kalinex is messing around with some Marth too, so we'll see if he pulls that out.
I think I saw the Fox against you.
He went Falco and Fox. I mean, he could be with anyone really. He kind of whipped me. He whipped me too hard with Falco for a game, so he decided to go Fox and then finish battle with Fox.
Looks like he has that ancient wisdom. He was looking at the stone tablet, seeing what to play.
Yeah, scrolls actually.
Oh, he plays with scrolls.
He's not that old. Come on. So as Falco, what do you look for in this matchup that it was played last game? Even though we're playing a new matchup now.
As Falco, I just look for shine. That's all I'm trying to get moving. Try to rip as many shines as I possibly can.
Well, if you were Falcon, I guess you would look for grabs now. I'm assuming.
That's what it looks like. I trust Cal on this, and he's already grabbed 3 times.
Right. It's the problem is just getting the grab.
It's true. Navi's got crazy up airs though. Oh, one read. What was the drink of choice today?
I kind of went to a brewery with a friend, just grabbed a couple IPAs, and then
Okay.
came back and was on this spot of tequila, so I've been sipping on that.
Not bad, not bad.
This is history, yeah. Nice little
I guess
Wednesday.
so. Good old
Celebration
IPA Wednesday.
Exactly.
Someone's got to do it.
Someone's got to do it.
Someone's got to drink those nasty IPAs out of the fucking existence.
I mean, it tastes like you can really taste the bitterness. It's delicious. The hops and the
And whatnot.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Nabi with a slight lead here.
How's the big go up 2-0 and switch
Right.
kind of person?
I think Kalinex SD'd the first stock of this game too, so it's kind of a little bit of a comeback.
I think he did it on purpose. More of like a show of strength.
True. That's pretty demoralizing. I do know he wants to get another shot at this Yoshi. He's trying to figure that matchup out.
Aren't we all?
I know, yeah. It's not something he has a lot of experience in, so he wants to get more reps in. He's like one of those guys that just like he likes to lose. The more he loses, like the more fun he's having, which is very rare for a Melee player, I feel like.
It's true. Everyone wants to win.
Right? But that's what makes it, I mean, that's a sign of a good competitor. He just learns from his mistakes, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's how I kind of just got better in the long run. Was I played when I was like 15, 16, going to tournaments and stuff.
Oh, nice.
And there's this one guy who was just the best player that I feel like no one knows. His name was Roman.
Okay.
And the guy was just the best. He was whipping Kells and friendlies at tournaments. He would not enter. He would not enter any tournaments. He said he didn't like it.
That's sick.
And he's fallen off the face of the planet now. I think he went to Cali or something to do whatever, and never heard from him again. But that mystery man was just
That's
my
actually
drive.
that's actually low key Kalanax's story. Used to be a big tournament goer, competed for a couple years seriously, and then just like didn't like tournaments anymore. But he is pretty much like Duck's main training partner,
Mhm.
and he would just train Duck like in all different matchups, and that was like
It's
so he
definitely a
obviously
good person to be
yeah,
playing.
exactly, yeah. So help
Gotta
Duck
get whooped.
exactly, gotta get whooped. Can't say his real tag though because he wants to stay hidden.
Oh, Callan and EX.
Kalanax, no one knows who he is. He's a man of mystery.
Oh, really? I just thought it was Callan and EX.
Yeah, his tag is definitely not Shaden. Used to be a world record holder in Ocarina of Time, but that's definitely not his tag.
Whoa. World record holder in Ocarina of Time?
Yeah, I feel like
That's the tag?
yeah, he's a speedrunner. He used to. I'm not sure if he still holds the records or he used to, but he was pretty big time speedrunner streamer back in the day.
So you know it? You know who he is?
Yeah, but he's part of my homies. I have an old man Discord with him, a guy named Biggie. He's Goonis, and he also entered this tournament, and then Anther. We all
Does your age have to start with the 3 to get in there?
Yeah, it does. Soon to be 4. So we
Whoa.
kick a couple members out here soon.
They better start aging.
I know, exact fast too.
So they've got grands going now.
I know. We'll see if our boy can do some.
Our mystery man, knee monster. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely not. Yeah, the guy is definitely not Shaden. Kalanax, knee monster.
That's my guess.
Yeah. This is an interesting matchup. I feel like Falcon can break the super armor with like the knee. And that's all I know. Obviously, I think the big thing is really just the command grabs on platforms. Because what makes Yoshi frustrating for a lot of characters is kind of like, I'm not going to call it circle camping, but it's circle camping, where Yoshi keeps flying from like side to side and top flat, sitting in his egg, in the middle of like your like fight strings, and then shield dropping as soon as you hit his egg. But Falcon can turn that into more of a mix-up by doing the command grabs and not allowing Yoshi to kind of just like chill in his comfort zone, if that makes sense. He's got to start mixing or eat free damage. That's why I kind of find this matchup interesting versus like some of Yoshi's other matchups.
See, I did play DZ at the one mid lane I went to. RIP. That was a fun set.
How'd it go?
Went last game, last stock.
Whoa.
We almost had it. This had to be almost like, it's over a year ago. It has to be. But it looks like DZ's leveled up since then.
I feel like you're kind of the man of mystery here. Are you gonna eventually enter some tournaments here, or what? What's going on here?
That is the plan. Yes, I'm starting to actually like meet the people in Chicagoland Melee because I just don't want to be a little like weirdo, not talking to anybody, and I don't want to go to a tournament to be like the odd horse, you know. So, but I'm going to good old CLM softball this Saturday.
Oh, cool.
So that should be fun.
Like an actual softball, or are we talking about the tournament?
Pickup softball. They're
Oh,
doing a little pickup game. It looks like they got a lot of people too.
That's awesome. What position do you play?
Softball. I don't know. I'm gonna play whatever. But I was a pitcher in college.
Oh, sick. So you
So
play some baseball, and as a result, can play some softball. I'm assuming.
I mean, the ball's bigger. It's got to be easier.
It has to be, right?
It's big and yellow. It's a big traffic cone coming at you. How could you not hit it?
Does it hurt more though? Like if you don't time your catch right, does it hurt more when it hits you, or?
I feel like it hurts more just because of probably it's so big. How'd you miss it? It's more of like a
That's like a pride.
like
thing.
yeah. It's more of a pride thing, I think.
Gotcha. Well, good luck. It sounds fun.
Yeah, should be a good time.
Wait for that CLM basketball day, dude. That's what I'm going.
Whoa, yeah, I'm down for that too. CLM Sports.
CLM Sports.
Looks like there's a lot of baseball fans too.
Oh yeah.
I think they're doing. I don't know if they just play in leagues or something. There's a bunch of people that do that.
That's cool. It's a sport I never really got into as much growing up. I was more of a football player, and then just played like just a lot of like pickup basketball with my homies. But baseball played a little bit of growing up, but just never stuck. Probably because I sucked at it. That's probably the main thing.
That is a big thing in liking sports, is sucking at them. This is not cool.
Yeah, for some reason I keep playing Melee.
Hey. The realm of... Oh my god, Cal takes... Wait, he's 2-0 up.
Jesus. We got so focused on our own vibes, we forgot our boy. Is this... I feel like that was game 1, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Was it? Were they just instant? Were they instant with the...
I think so.
1-0?
Yeah, I think that's game 1.
Grey Code broke his wrist playing basketball and sworn it off. Your wrist got 10 times stronger, though, Grey Code, from breaking. You could probably dunk now.
Yeah. That's the class cheat code of dunking, if you break your wrist. For sure.
Grey Code's like the LeBron of everything, so like I'm sure they're just kind of staying off from for our own sake. LeBron's got kids to feed and he doesn't want to take his job.
Yeah, exactly. At least not until all of LeBron's kids play on the same team with him over the course of the next 10 years.
That is a crazy stat.
It is pretty crazy. Big suicide from DZ. Whenever I see, speaking of Yoshi, whenever I see Yoshis go out and hit someone on Randall using their double jump, if I was a Yoshi player, I would never do that. That's just it's just too scary. I'm scared of heights, and it gives me like a I'm scared of heights feeling when I see Yoshis do that stuff and burn the double jump, and you have to land on Randall and hit someone on Randall. That's some scary shit.
Yoshis are just daredevils.
They are. They really are.
He's kicking it up in this game, though.
Yeah, this is the second time I've seen him kind of be shading pretty convincingly on what's the stage called? Fountain? This must be a I was gonna say Dreamland, but it's definitely not Dreamland.
Pretty close.
I guess Yoshi likes it. A lot of like low platforms to like fly around on. You can't really run away from Yoshi when he wants to pressure you, but you can always escape to a platform with like a double jump and then shield. That's all I got. I have no Yoshi knowledge whatsoever from the Yoshi perspective.
Seems like you're right. He's kind of cooking this game.
That should be death. I'm not. How do you feel about the Falco Yoshi matchup?
I don't think it's bad. I think it just like stinks because I like the combo. That's the fun part of the game, and I feel like with Yoshi, that's like I hate Samus too because there's no comboing. It's just like here's my 2 licks, I'm out of there.
Then you got to reset neutral again, yeah. But then Yoshi can combo you to hell.
Yeah, exactly. That's not fair.
Yeah, so Yoshi's having all the fun. You have to play neutral a bunch. Yeah, Yoshi's a crazy character.
And I wish DZ was more of an asshole, so it, like, you know, like he'd be it just feel better, you know.
Yeah, that's
if he wasn't so nice.
Yeah, I lost to DZ a couple weeks ago, and I was trying to like rage and like I was gonna type some stuff out in the chat, but I couldn't because I couldn't think of anything that to be mad about. So I was forced to say GG. You know, that sucks.
Yeah, you gotta shake his hand.
I hate that. Yeah, no, I want to make Johns. I hate when people beat me with their skill. Pisses me off.
I know. If I'm gonna lose to a low tier, I want to like walk outside, take a homeless guy's cup or something, and just do something crazy. You know, I want him to be a jerk.
Exactly.
But they're always so nice.
Now, give me an excuse to rob you after the tournament, please.
Yes.
Oh shit. So I do remember Kalinax beating DZ pretty handily on this stage with Falcon. So then I'm imagining that's probably because there's no platforms. So Yoshi's neutral mix-ups are a little bit easier to read.
We're sticking to the fountain theory.
Yeah, the fountain theory.
Then I'd say this one's not great.
Right. But if DZ wins here, then I got nothing left.
Yeah, then
yeah,
it's
DZ
over.
yeah, DZ won't lose again. Actually, big trade. I
And
would
yes,
say- I would
Yoshi is
say
a low
Yoshi's
tier.
Yeah, I would say Yoshi's low tier. He doesn't have a triple jump. I mean, come on now.
Name 3 Yoshis that are good. No Amsa. You know,
DZ,
that's it.
Amsa, DZ. I'm sure we can name a couple. Eventually.
His metagame function. He's decent versus Mark. I don't understand. To be honest.
This guy's going. We gotta get this guy in comms.
Well, Peach is or Jigglypuff's the top tier.
Yeah, Daniel's good Yoshi. Okay. All right. Mono. Puts a mono in ranked. Pretty solid.
I don't know any of these people. Again, though, I don't know anybody. So
Well, it seems like you grind this game a decent amount, so you probably played them on Slippy without knowing.
maybe. I usually just ping servers, and if I don't get a response, I don't play. Which,
You gotta broaden your horizons. You gotta get out there in the world and explore a little bit.
but if people play ranked, they play with so much hate.
They do. They really do. They really do. That's why it's a good training tool. It teaches you how to take one of your pastimes and not have any fun doing it, for sure.
Yes.
Which is what we should all aspire. Which is what we should all aspire to do.
They play with more hate.
Yeah.
Whose voice is that, Trail?
Yeah, it's my voice. My voice is dying today, though. Well, thank you. Appreciate you.
I'm just getting mogged. Did play football, so he's a big guy then.
Yeah, we used to lift some weights back in the day.
Oh
Now
shit!
I'm just getting that. Now I'm just getting wider.
It's going
I'm just-
somewhere.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm on that sumo grind, which is without the strength and skill and really the riches, everything that makes sumo cool. Ooh,
And
that
easy
was
takes it on FD.
yeah, that was a clutch win right there. I feel like you have to. I don't even know. I have no advice to give the Falcon.
Definitely run it back.
Run it back for sure.
Just win this time.
Just win. I feel like you have to maybe, and like that kind of like those situations, maybe just stick to bear and just like chill for a bit and just watch the Yoshi. He was kind of trying to go in with like knees and nairs, and like Yoshi was eating it with his super armor. I think when you have the lead, especially last stock and that kind of a stage, you just maybe grabs more.
Yoshi's just so unpredictable. It's kind of like a fish out of water. You know how they just kind of flop around? That's kind of how Yoshi moves.
Right.
You know, you don't know what it's going to do.
Just don't let it get back in the water. Forgot. Oh, he let it get back
Oh,
in
the
the water.
switch.
You let
yeah.
it get back in the water. God damn it.
Oh, no.
We'll see though. Yes, Falco was playing better on the platform stages. Not a great start. The wobbling has begun. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Watching Yoshi combo fast fallers makes Yoshi seem like a lot of fun to play.
Right? And then you play Yoshi, and it's like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you get it too. You've played forever. That you've probably just played every character at some point a good amount.
I have, yeah.
I think I've done the same except for Yoshi. I think that's the one that I've just avoided.
Yeah, whenever I do like Iron Man's, Yoshi's definitely the one that like fucks me up. Or if it's gonna be like a full cast crew battle or whatever.
hmm
Yeah, Yoshi, Peach. All the double jump characters are weird to me.
Got that Midwest accent. I'm from the Midwest.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means.
Where in Iowa are you from?
I'm not from Iowa. I'm from Chicago. I'm from the south suburbs.
How are you?
I just went to
suburb
school out there. Sort of
cool.
like I'm trying to think of like because no one knows my actual town. No one knows what it is.
Well, I'm from Linwood. I'm from Linwood, which is by Lansing, so I probably know where you're from.
Like Tinley Parkish area.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
What's the town? Let's see. Mokina, Tinley Park, Frankfurt,
Okay, wait, you're naming. You're kind of cooking.
Matson, Olympia
Skokie.
Field, Skokie. Okay.
Midlothian. It's Midlothian.
Midlothian. Okay, I got you.
Did you know that one?
I did know Midlothian. Yeah.
You're lying.
Now, the reason I know is one, I'm from the area, but then two, I own a shipping company, and I've always like sold. This has like always been like my territory to sell. Like when I was working for other people, or work for myself. So I literally like every South Chicagoland suburb to try to like sell my services to other companies. So Midlothian, definitely know where it is.
Hank said that they grew up around there, and now they live there all of a sudden.
That's
They went from growing up to living there. That's a quick move. Oh, shipping company. Shipping company territory. I don't even know if that's true. They got a bunch of shipping companies out here?
We push a product though for sure.
Oh, they're definitely pushing product out here. That's for damn sure. Ooh, he did it. He did the Randall stuff.
Hit the egg.
Last stock. Could be the tourney.
I don't know why I thought Yoshi can't power shield, but I just saw it and then my mind's blown.
What can't Yoshi do? This character's honestly kind of busted.
Exactly. Oh my, he had the read. That was about to be a crazy end of that combo. It's kind of a misinput or something.
The mid shortened. Kind of crazy to hit those after switching from Falcon.
Yeah.
That is a weird timing.
Very good player. And that's it.
Ooh.
Let's go. Can Yoshi land with the egg on Randall and survive? That's a trivia question I do not know the answer to.
Land what? Say that again?
Land on Randall with the egg and survive.
I don't know. Apparently that's Ink's move. So yes.
Maybe if Tass.
What stage do you think we're going here?
Well, platforms. Try platforms for sure.
Okay. So that knocks out.
Thinking Battlefield.
It's a pretty good stage.
I can't remember if they won on Battlefield.
Oh my god. Look at you.
Red.
Give Trail another shot at the tourney. Put him back in.
Yeah, put me back in, actually. Actually, let's restart the whole bracket. That was just one.
Let's run it back.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I know Shaden wanted to go to bed. But I feel like those are just like Johns. He was making some pre-Johns, but now that he's doing well, I think he's locked in again.
You guys are 40 and it is 9:30.
Yeah.
That is a late one. So are you from Chicago area now? Like actually the city?
So I live in the south suburbs now. My girl and I are looking at some condos over in Chinatown, which is probably where I'm going to end up in that area over there.
It's about to get really expensive over there with the Sox Stadium going in.
It's not too bad, to be honest. At least some of the places we've been looking at. Or looking at some places like on Clark Street, just south of downtown, like south of like Van Buren. But we'll see though.
So I lived in the city for like a year. For my girlfriend and I. That's for you, Inky. We had a little apartment while she was going to school.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Not much going on over there.
That's what I like about it. I'm old. I don't want these kids bothering me. You know?
There it is.
GG's DZ, the repeat Botlane champion.
This guy's got to let someone else win it sometime.
I know. I mean, they got lucky a little bit. Notch and I, we had titties in our face. Sun was in our eyes a little bit. Or else we would have taken it home, but
All the above, yeah.
Yeah, all the above. But nah, DZ's a beast. Definitely one of the better Yoshis I've played throughout my years. And it's good stuff.
Ooh. Do we
Good
do the
edits.
interview?
We should.
Okay, we got to draft up some questions.
All right, let me brainstorm.
What do you think about Yoshi?
Yoshi, what's your favorite Yoshi color?
Not yellow.
What's your favorite game that Yoshi's in?
Good.
Do you have a Yoshi plushie?
Do you think it's rude when Mario rides Yoshi in those games?
Yeah. Should Yoshi ride Mario?
Yeah. Should Yoshi have a chance
All right.
to save the princess? And not just be a car.
A car, yeah. I think we all covered, to be honest with you.
That's pretty much all of Yoshi, I think.
Let's not overcomplicate this.
Yo.
What up?
Congrats on the repeat.
Thank you.
So how does it feel to be the back to not back to back?
Yeah, I didn't enter last week, but the last one I won, I did win.
Yeah, that's close enough. Back. How does it feel to be the back-to-back bot lane champion?
Feels great.
That's what's up. What was your favorite set of today? Tonight.
I mean, probably. I mean, either of my sets with Cal. That one was like really good, but then that last game was kind of scuffed, so I feel a little bad about that. But I mean, I'll take it. But
yeah.
But yeah, both our sets were really fun. He's really
I
fun
feel like
to
you had
play.
a good set last time too.
Yeah, all of our sets have been fun. And
you always find out. It seems like you find ways to adapt and like especially in clutch situations. What's like your mentality if it's like a last hit situation with Yoshi? What are you going for?
I'm really just not. I think what I like where I do good in that situation, I'm just like not really looking for anything. I just like try to play it as normal as possible. I'm just like not think about it.
You got the experience.
Honestly,
stay calm.
And then just like just looking for a fair. That's like what I always do.
Okay, gotcha.
And yeah, I think it's also like because I used to play Falco, so I always hated being in last stock situations because I just felt like it was so much easier for them to kill me than it was for me to kill them. And with Yoshi, I feel like it's the opposite. It's just like if I get one opening, I can just kill it like any moment. So it's like a complete inverse of the stress.
Kind of is super glass cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you could use your super armor too a lot in those situations where it's
like and there is a lot of I shouldn't say it's like completely the same because there's definitely like when you can tell like people are really stressed, it's like a lot easier to set up like an armor situation or a parry where they're just like they're not going to be thinking about it in the stress of the situation. So
I think you get the benefit from people not playing against Yoshi a lot too. And
and I think that it only like exaggerates when you get in like tense situations like that because
puts people in uncomfortable situations and
I'm just like guaranteed gonna have more experience in the situation than them.
Gotcha. Well, that's good stuff. Yeah, I know Kalinex was very excited to play you.
Nice.
He's like one of those weird players me and Natch talk about. He's like one of those weird players that like likes to lose. The more like people are beating him, the more fun he's having. So I'm sure
I can relate to that.
Yeah, I'm sure you had a lot of fun there. And it's awesome playing against you, watching you play. Just a good player. It's a pleasure.
Thanks, it's always nice watching you play too. I'm glad you're entering these.
Yeah, thanks. It's been good. You too, Notch. I'm glad we're playing these weekly netplay tournaments. I feel like netplay's underrated just to get some reps in.
Yep.
It is. It's nice. It's a nice calm way to just get some tourneys going.
Yeah.
Exactly.
To see the people that you're going to see in person for tournaments.
Yep. Shout outs to Nicola for putting this together.
Yep, it's awesome as always. We did have some Yoshi questions real quick.
Oh yeah, shoot.
Yeah, go through them. You got this.
Okay, best Yoshi color, not yellow.
Okay, so I mean, I usually play green, so I'll say green. I like green.
Normal Yoshi.
I also think that Melee is one of the last times they use it's like a bit more darker green than the green they use on Yoshi nowadays.
Okay, let me put this in the spreadsheet. Okay,
yeah.
green Yoshi.
Write that down.
Next one.
Do you think it's unfair in the Mario games that Mario rides Yoshi? Do you think Yoshi should have a chance?
I mean, I don't. I think it's unfair in the games, but Melee is where Yoshi gets his revenge because he just shits on all of the Mario brothers. So I think it's worth it for Melee.
Good. Put that down, Trail.
Yep. All right. Okay.
Okay. And the third one I forgot. So
I think it was riding Yoshi. Mario rides Yoshi.
you just talking about that, Trail. It was 3 seconds ago.
Oh wait, what?
You just put that down in the spreadsheet.
Oh,
I don't trust your spreadsheet.
Favorite Yoshi. What's the best game that Yoshi's in? That was it.
Yoshi's Island for sure.
Yoshi's
Yoshi.
Island. Okay.
I mean,
We
I genuinely like that's like that game is probably like my most played game of my childhood.
So based on the data and what the personality traits that come from your answers, it says highly sociopathic, but also very organized. Does that describe you?
that sounds pretty right. Yeah. Well, actually, no. I would say not organized.
Oh,
But the first
it's not a
part-
very accurate study, I guess. You know, they never are.
We do have a couple questions from the chat too.
Shoot.
Ink asks if Angel Reese would play Yoshi in Melee.
You know, that's a good
Ganon for
question.
sure. Angel Reese is a Ganon player.
I-
definitely.
She kind of looks like
just
Yoshi though.
Whoa,
Okay,
is that good? I don't know.
Um,
Yoshi's pretty thick, I guess. I don't
no,
know.
I actually did see Ganon.
Guess I could see the Ganon too.
I don't think
Yeah, like a shit talker, like kind of more chaotic spirit, I suppose.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I like Ganon.
And Grey Code wasn't listening and asked again what the favorite Yoshi game was.
Yeah, Yoshi's Island.
What's your second
Yep.
favorite one? It's the same question twice.
Yeah. Thanks, Grey Code.
I guess like I pretty much hate all the like main series Yoshi games, but so that
Whoa.
because none of them are like Yoshi's Island. But I guess then I would say like Mario Kart Wii, probably.
Whoa, okay.
I mean, or like a Melee, obviously, but
Yeah, I got you.
that would be number one.
Well, good stuff. Well,
Yeah, I think we're
we
out
have-
of dumb questions.
I enjoyed it. Thank you.
All
Congrats again,
GGs,
DZ.
Congrats again. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right,
I guess we'll see y'all next week, hopefully.
Yeah, see y'all.
later.
Peace.
Appreciate you hopping in, Trail.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Say peace.